It's area baseball coverage right here on Mix 94.7 and KMCH.com as ANAMOSA hosting the BECKMAN Blazers. As BECKMAN comes in with a record of 4-4, as the Blazers, tradition the last 3 years in the Class 2A state tournament game, trying to reload for head coach Tom Jink Jr. and company, and is number 4 all-time in the win list of Iowa high school baseball, 1,013 wins, 465. Nick Norris and ANAMOSA Blue Raiders are 2-4 overall, as we will get ready for the first pitch coming up next year from KMCH Sports.
The ANAMOSA all wrong.
What?
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Get in shape and have fun at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center on East Main in Manchester. All let's begin your road to better health today at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center, East Main, Manchester.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Fest is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beavers also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beavers Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beavers to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-8 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Our build strong programs by mastering the fundamentals of the game. Our F&M Bank team has also built a strong foundation on mastering the fundamentals in banking, where a handshake goes a long way. You are provided clear-cut solutions to your financial questions, where you are greeted by name. This is the F&M Personal Touch. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
And welcome back into ANAMOSA. We get set for this WAMAC Conference East Division doubleheader tonight. ANAMOSA 2-4 overall. They're 1-1 at home, 2-4 overall in the WAMAC. 0-2 in the East Division. They're 1-3 on the road. BECKMAN is 4-4 overall, 3-2 on the road where they are tonight. WAMAC action, they are 4-2 in the East. 1 non-conference play, 0-2, and at home they are 1-2. As head coach Tom Jink Jr. settling into a spot, third base box, as his 41st season here. And, of course, trying to reload and reduplicate what they've done the last few years. But as he always talks about to us, Dan, as you know, it's not about last year's team. This is a whole new team. They're not the runners-up in Class 2A. This team individually is not. The program is. And it's their chance to do new things and different things here this season, and he doesn't want those kids to feel like
he wants to write the same kind of book and hope it comes out in the same result it has the last 3 years. This year a little distracted because a couple players are in Des Moines at the soccer championships and won't be available till early next week, but play with who you have, and they've had an interesting start to the season, 4-4. They've been in every game. They blew a 5-0 lead against and split with Western Duke, split with Williamsburg, both good 3-4A teams. So they're on the course, and we're ready for the first pitch here.
Yes, indeed. Gavin Timp throws a strike inside corner above the knee. Strike one. Eric Bockenstedt, the DH for the Blazers, as we're underway at 5:06 here on this Friday evening. WAMAC Conference East Division being shot, caught by McLean. as he is only a 8th grader. As two McLeans in the lineup. Jay, the fielder, is a sophomore, but the third baseman who made that a nice grab is only an 8th grader. Zach McLean makes the catch, a line out to the third baseman for out number 1, and brings up Devin Driscoll now, the shortstop, side corner. 0-1 here.
And really, historically, BECKMAN has jumped all over ANAMOSA the last 4 or 5 years. ANAMOSA, if things stay in the game early, will have a chance. You know, that's kind of a cliche, but between these two teams, that's really been the difference the first inning the last 4 or 5 years.
BECKMAN won last year's meeting 14-4 in Dyersville and 10-0 on May 29th. Here's a little squibbler left of the mound. Temp gets it, throws it to first. Nice pick by Von Barron. And it's a ground out to give us out number 2, the 1-3 put out for the second out. As Dan alluded to, the series has been dominated by BECKMAN over the years. Not many wins on Anamosa's side. The last win for Anamosa came here in Anamosa in 2009, June 22nd of 2. It was the first game of a doubleheader. Anamosa won that 4-2. That was the second year of head coach Kevin Barnes, as the Raiders have had 4 coaches since 2008. There's another strike after a ball, 1-1 the count here. We're 2 down in the top of the first inning.
Closerman last night against Benton, 2 home runs, both of mammoth proportion.
He started game 1 as the Blazers took last night 6-3 and 6-5 in Van Horn to improve the record and give them a 500 mark now at 4-4. Here's a ball downstairs, 2-2 the count to Closerman, one of the leading players coming back for the Blazers off of that state Class 2A runner-up team from a year ago. Pitch is fouled back behind the catcher, Tyler Frazier. For Anamosa defensively, Willing, McLean, Jones, McLean, Snyder, Martinson, Von Barron, third to first. Frazier, the catcher, and Temp, the left-handed senior. 4-sport athlete, Gavin Temp, on the mound for Anamosa. Here's a pitch outside. 4-3, we're full. Head coach Nick Norris played his college ball at Cornell, was a Missouri native. This ball is smoked up the middle, bouncing ball into center field. McLean will get to it, but not before a 2-out single by Connor Closterman.
Logan Welling in his typical cleanup spot tonight, playing first base instead of catching. He's caught most of the game so far this year. Moves to catcher for tonight's game.
And stands in there, takes the ball high outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Logan Welling, the 6'2" first baseman. And ball that misses for ball 2, 2-0 the count to Welling. Welling is a 2-year letter winner for Coach Jink Jr. and company. Fred Martin back for another year, of course, his 15th season as a first base coach and pitching coach now for the Beck. Jimmy Bockenstead along for the trip tonight in his 6th season. Dylan Slattery is a 5th season coach for the Blazers. There's a strike after 3 balls, 3-1 the count here to Logan Welling with a runner on first, 2 down. Top of the first inning here for Anamosa. We'll have 2 for you in this doubleheader. Temp steps off, now collects himself and ready for the 3-1 pitch on the way. There's strike 2. Die high on the outside corner. Full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Jink tells his runner, of course, automatic. 3-2, Closerman to be running here. And he's off and running. There's a bouncing ball left side. Shortstop will get to it. He'll fire to first and get his man, Snyder, to Von Barron on the 6-3 ground out for out number 3. And the Blazers are scoreless in the first. We go to the bottom half. This is Area Baseball from KMC Sports.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff cares deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Georgia, when Manchester auto repeat and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Check them out on their web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join our Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night featuring grilled chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, North Manchester on 195th Street.
Northeast Iowa Telephone Service in Manchester has everything you need to stay connected. Northeast Iowa Telephone has a staff of professionals available to help you get connected, from the installation of your new entertainment system to cable and data wiring in your home. Northeast Iowa Telephone Service is your sight, sound, and electronics connection on South Franklin Street in downtown Manchester.
Welcome back into Anamosa. Final year of this Anamosa baseball field. Building a new complex with a couple fields out by the new middle school that's 3 years old on Old Dubuque Road, just off of Highway 151. And so the final season for this baseball field here, right across the street from Downing Field and Ken Faring Track, the high school track and football field, respectively. As this one's popped up out of play by Temp after taking a strike, and Gavin Temp, the senior pitcher of record for the Blue Raiders, is in a hole 0-2 here to the starting pitcher for the Bobcats, for the Blazers, Jackson Bennett.
And Bennett, only a freshman. Rare to see a freshman up on varsity starting and pitching even less.
Swing and a miss, drop third. Catcher will fire Welling for the put-out on the strikeout. So the 2-3 completes the play for one down here in the bottom of the first inning.
So 3 pitches and a strikeout for Bennett to start. He was the winning pitcher in Game 2 the other night against West.
Jay McLean standing in. There is a ball. Misses outside.
Perfect night for baseball. A little breeze blowing out. But other than that, perfect temperature.
Cindy will check the weather conditions here. Thanks for that reminder. There's a bouncing ball left side. Third baseman Klosterman keeps in front of, fires to first. He'll get his man. I head by Klosterman, the veteran, the 3-year letter winner for Coach Jink Jr. and company. Klosterman had that one play off his chest, able to get it off the dirt and fire a bullet to Welling at first for the ground out. Out number 2 brings up Trevor Wheeling now.
And Klosterman didn't hesitate at all. On the tough ground, knocked it down, picked it up, and threw out the bat McLean by half a step.
He's done that a time or two, and he's here playing. Of course, there's a bounce ball left side. Shortstop comes over, up and over, and he threw out there. Driscoll and the Blazers next any time. We go to the second, no score. So this is area baseball right there from KMC Sports.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision.
For every home and every budget, Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, love big-town quality with small-town service. Delhi Lumber, your authorized overhead Midland door dealer, big quality with small-town service.
At Community Savings, it's simple. Simply Free Checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking applications or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their number one priority.
So ball one to the center fielder for the Blazers, standing in here in the top of the second inning. As Temp's pitch swung on and missed there for strike one, as a 1-1 the count. Gavin Temp, the senior, coming in 0-1 record, 1 2/3 innings pitched. Swing and a miss there for strike two, 1-2 the count. Has 4 hits against him, 6 runs against, a 16.80 ERA as he pitched Monday night against Central DeWitt and the Blue Raiders. 2 losses against the Sabres in DeWitt Monday night.
Off to a good one hit in the first, but didn't allow the Blazers to score. We talked about that a little bit. Beckman's fast starts down here in recent years. Gets 2 strikeout there.
2-2 pitch downstairs. Stunken went a chasing and swings through it for out number 1. Here in the top of the second brings up the pitcher.
Pitcher 15. And Bennett with a 6-pitch inning in the bottom of the first, so not a lot of butterflies for the freshman.
Bennett 2 runs, 3 hits. Has walked twice, has 1 RBI of the season. Hitting 150 in 20 at-bats so far. A ball there, 1-0 the count to Bennett, the 6th batter here in the Beckman lineup. 1-1 the count.
Pitch.
This one is roped into left center field. That'll get down. It'll bounce all the way to the warning track to the wall, just underneath the 354 sign. And left says a 1-out stand-up double for the pitcher, Jackson Bennett, as he helps himself out.
Better than helping yourself when you're pitching. 1-out double. He'll have a courtesy runner now, and appears to be for 14, or better than that to be Kennedy.
So Kennedy on second.
And Squires was second baseman, 7th hitter in the lineup for Beckman.
Squash. Good basketball guard in the wintertime. Playing for his grandpa, Jim Squires now. He took the job in the offseason after Dan Corey resigned after 20 seasons. There's a bouncing ball outside. Fires to first. McLean to Von Perry. 5-3 number 2. And the state put the courtesy runner at second base, of course, brings up Adam Funky now, the catcher, number 8 batter here for the Blazers.
Funky with a big hit last night in the game at Benton, second game, to secure the Beckman sweep. First pitch down for strike 1, across the knees. And working ahead here out in the top of the second.
Nolan Kennedy, one of the 10 seniors on his roster for Beckman, on at second, is swinging and a miss on a pitch way downstairs there. I'm happy with Funky. Catch that, Tim. Adam Funky. Luke, senior.
Adam.
Is it Adam or Luke?
Yeah.
Adam, number 21.
Yeah.
There we go.
And, of course, Luke's 12, so
Luke
if you're dyslexic, that would be an issue.
Well, that's right. Luke's a sophomore. Adam is a senior, another one of the 10 seniors for Beckman. 10 seniors, 5 sophomores on the roster. Foul ball there. It's 0-2 the count still. 17 for ANAMOSA on their roster. 5 seniors, more. There's a ground ball right side. Second baseman Martinson has it. Fires the first and just gets his man to be put out. 4-3 variety for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score on this one. This is Area Baseball. KMCH Sports.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. To plan ahead, have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing wheat to northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section of the information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your community.
Your favorite sport. We know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community this year. Insurance team, work Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experiencing together.
Welcome back in to Anamosa. Bottom of the second is here. Tyler Frazier lead things off for the Raiders. A cleanup hitter, the senior catcher, one of 5 seniors for Anamosa. And Dirk Snyder due up. Takes 2 balls there, does Frazier. As he stands back in, ready to go. Good football player for the Blue Raiders in their playoff season. There's a bouncing ball right behind the bag. A fair ball. Coachman's going to fire, but Frazier lost his balance. Safe. He beats it out, but he did trip. Make sure he's all right. And we'll have a courtesy runner anyway, as Frazier, the catcher, will be ran for here by number Schofield, a sophomore.
Running at first base, number 10.
Sawyer. Tough one behind the bag, you think?
I think it's an error. No official for it, but we'll call it an error for now.
Probably won't be. They won't put it on board anyway.
So play either way.
Drew Beal stands in now. It's a bouncing ball right side. Little foot from the second baseman. Squires to dribble, and they complete the double play.
So it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, negates the issue there as Schofield retired at second on the 4-6 force out. And Beal is retired on the 4-6-3 double play for out number 2. And it brings up Dirk Snyder now, the shortstop for the Blue Raiders. Snyder is one of the juniors. 5 hits, 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 2 RBI, hitting .300. 20 at-bats, 5 runs, 6 hits for junior. Strike 1 to count. There's the ball upstairs. Above the ladder high for ball 1. We're even out 1 and 1 to count.
And Bennett only up to 13 pitches here with 2 outs in the second.
There's a chopper left side. It'll be a foul ball. Strike 2, 1 and 2 to count.
Both teams probably concerned a little bit about pitching, playing full schedules early in the year, using pitchers up or at the end of the week. BECKMAN, this will be the last game. ANAMOSA travels for 2 tomorrow, so they'll need even more pitching to complete the week.
Would be the word with Coach Norris and company with 2 more games yet. That tomorrow, as Dan alluded to, at Tipton tournament. There's a nice line drive, base hit, going opposite field. The lefty Dirk Snyder there. He has the first hit of the game. Hit the left field. He's on first.
Michael Martin says.
And it brings up Michael Martinson now, one of the younger players on the roster. Only a sophomore. One of 8 sophomores on the squad for Coach Norris and company. And his first as the coach. He spent the last 3 years as coach. This is his 4th season here at Anamosa for Nick. His record sits 18-99. There's bouncing ball right side, and that's going to get into right field. As the second baseman Squires broke to the bag, covering as the runner Snyder went to second, and there'll be a base hit in the right field for Martinson. Back-to-back hits for the Blue Raiders with 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning.
Good execution of the hit and run there for Anamosa. Opened the space between first and second, and Martinson drove it through for the base hit.
Joel Von Barron now standing in the first base. The seniors, first and third move. Sliding back in is Martinson as Bennett. Fake third, and then fake to first as Martinson got back.
Illegal now in the major leagues.
That's right. And Bill Logan is a big fan of that. He hated that move. There's a bumping ball off the middle. Squires right there will flip to second. And the Raiders lead 2 on here in the second. Go to the third. Still no score from Anamosa. This is Area Baseball from KMCH Sports.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
That people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to the Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for full offers.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Points.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me can help you develop a game plan for your insurance, home, life, health, or business insurance. I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
John Swisher down the claim back with you from Anamosa, top of the third inning. As leading off here for Beckman, Tony Stonkin, the right fielder. As Stonkin stands in, a strike now. It's this one right up the middle. Into center field on the ground for a leadoff single. And it brings up the top of the order in Eric Bockenstead.
Third hit for the third. Stonkin lines it up the middle, and it'll bring up Bockenstead, who hit a hard line drive, but was caught by the third baseman for Anamosa for the first out of the game, Zach McClain.
Bockenstead, the DH, bunting right back up the middle. Temp will get it. Only play is first. He fires it to Von Barron, and the sacrifice good for Buckard for out number one, and brings up Devin Driscoll now.
And he rolled it right up the dirt path that runs between the batter's box and the pitcher's mound, and Temp made an easy play for the first out, although it advanced the runner.
Devin Driscoll, who grounded out back to the pitcher. Temp, his first time up in the first inning, stands in here. Takes the ball, misses. Inside. Home plate umpire, former Mount Mercy head coach, now operations director at the University of Iowa baseball team. He just finished up that great season last weekend. This one is Sky Desi Driscoll. Home plate umpire. Right side, Martinson makes the catch. The pop out to the second baseman for out number two, and it brings up Connor Klosterman now, the athletic third baseman.
You'd have to think this could be the unintentional, intentional walk. I don't think you want Klosterman to put you in a deficit and let somebody else on the Beckman lineup do it. First baseman open, 2 outs, first base open.
Went right at him. Outer half, swung through it to Klosterman. Connor comes in, 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 doubles, had those 2 home runs last night. Nearly 10 RBIs on the season now after last night's performance at Bend Community. There's a ball, just misses outside. We're even now, 1-1 the count.
Klosterman a single his first time up.
And ready for the 1-1 pitch with 2 down here at the top of the third. There's a ball inside in the dirt. Nice scoop by Frazier, the veteran catcher back there, the senior for Anamosa. These kids for Anamosa have been playing quite a few years now, forced into action as 8th and 9th graders. The veteran players, anyhow.
Somewhat similar to the Clayton Ridge situation. We watched those folks over the last 5 years start with a bunch of 8th and 9th graders, ended up being a nice squad last year.
Anamosa 2A this year. There's a hot shot into left field. 2 bouncer to Wheeling. He'll get it and fire it into home plate as Coach Jink Jr. holding up his runner Stoken at third base. So 2 runners will be on with 2 down.
First base, number 9.
That community, a 3A school.
Yes.
So this would be the first 2A year. Played a couple 4As and the rest 3A.
That's right.
Teams.
Anamosa 2A, they will find out postseason alignment. Of course, lots of greenery again. You go south and you're into Mount Vernon. You go north, you're Cade, Monticello. So it's going to be tough. Coach Norris and company hoping they kind of go in the middle to the east where you run into teams that aren't quite as stacked and more level competition. But they're going to play.
Even in Illinois, they haven't played now since, school's out. So
this ball's flying up and out of. That's not an option. Up and out of play right side. We're even now 1-1 to count.
Well, it certainly helps them dropping down to 2A a little bit, although they kind of jump into a frying pan with the teams that are already.
There's a throw. It almost hits the rush. It gets by him, Wayne, able to handle it, but it stays right near the bag. It's a throw down to third on the still by Klosterman to second as Stoken caught off guard a little bit, got back quickly, and is safe at third. Runners on second and third. With Welling standing grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. This one's the middle. It's by the diving second baseman Martinson. 1 run in. Second run coming in the form of Klosterman. Will slide in ahead of the throw. Frazier throws out a second, and they will get the runner. And Welling try to stretch it. But Beckman jumps on the board first here with 2 runs. We go to the bottom of nothing. Blazers area baseball from KMCH Sports.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best product and service that you have to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Lyon, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home Team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciate their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Pittsburgh, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
John and Dan back with you from Anamosa, bottom of the third. Beckman able to jump on the scoreboard first here in game 1 as they score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the top of this third inning. Bottom after the third, 1-0 the count to Zach McLean, the third baseman, the 8th grader, standing in the 9th spot. 9-1-2, McLean, Temp, and McLean to appear for Anamosa. All 2 upstairs, somewhat high there. 2-0 the count. Here to the 8th grader, the lone 8th grader on the team, 1 8th grader, 8 sophomores, 3 freshmen, 3 juniors, I should say, and 5 seniors, 0 freshmen, 17 on the roster for head coach Nick Norris. Ball 2, going on the count. Here to McLean.
So an 8th grade hit and not freshman. Youth being served here early in the season for both teams.
That's right. Then at the freshman on the mound for Beckman, and evens the count there with a fastball. And we're even 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. On the way. And it's too low. Downstairs. For ball 3, we're full here.
First time Bennett's gone to a full count, only had 17 pitches through the first 2 innings. Up to 44 through 3 innings for him.
McLean takes that one outside in the dirt for ball 4. First walk of the game. Ishida, pitcher, and McLean, the first recipient, will take his place at first. Gavin Temp now will stand in. He struck out first.
Not sure a breaking ball, the 9th hitter on a full count leading off the 3rd inning was the best selection for a pitch. But
interesting call there.
It's a freshman's rule.
As there's a ball up top for ball 1-1 and 0 the count. Talked about the Blazers playing in the absence of 2 of their.
Boy, he had the runner there. He just didn't throw it hard enough.
As leaning was McLean able to get back the 8th inning, threw over.
He stepped off, was surprised he was so far off, and just lobbed it to first.
There's a strike taken by Temp, Carter Bookholder, and Jacob Grover, the 2 soccer players, and they'll be playing in the 3rd state championship game tomorrow at noon against Gilbert as they defeated Glenbrook-Rhinebeck 2-0 this afternoon in Des Moines at the complex in Des Moines. Swung on a miss by Temp, so congrats to the Beckman boys soccer team as they're back to the state title game in Class 1A tomorrow at noon. 1-2 the count here to Temp. The leadoff man for the Blue Raiders. There's a ground ball in the gap between third and short into shallow left field. Hageman is there, but not before. A single by Temp puts runners on first and second down.
Good piece of hitting by Temp. Went the other way on the outside pitch. Grounded it in the 5.5 hole between Driscoll and Klosterman. Now 2 on and nobody out for ANAMOSA trying to respond to Beckman's 2 runs in the top of the 3rd.
Temp will run for himself for the time being. There's a ball outside and low. 1-0 the count. Beckman, number 2 in the early season rankings. Cascade right behind him at 3. We talked about Mount Vernon. Solid team at 8. Iowa City, Regina at number 10. Monticello is ranked 13th in Class 2A, according to Iowa Baseball Coaches Association. This one's popped up right side of the infield. Will be infield fly as the catch will be the second baseman Squires, and the pop out to the second baseman for out number 1 brings up Trevor Willing. So McLean, the sophomore, frustrated himself there, cannot get the job done to try to move those Raiders over, and now will be up 1 down.
Well, hit and run worked the inning before, and that time they tried to use the fake button and swing away, but he popped it up instead of put it on the ground. Ball 1 to Welling.
Trevor Willing grounded out to the shortstop. Driscoll, his last time up in the 1st inning, stands in here with runners on first and second, 1 down. Just strike there in the outside corner, thigh high. We're even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Wheeling coming in tonight, 17 at-bats, 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 double. Follows this one left side for strike 2, 1-2 the count. 1 RBI 4 times, struck out 2, batting .250 coming into tonight for the Raiders, who are 2-4. Opened the season last Friday night against Clear Creek. Amana split against the Clippers. There's a ball downstairs. Ball 2 evens it up 2-2. And for the Blue, they have lost one of their best players, a senior, Andy Russ, for the past week because of an injury sustained in that first game of the doubleheader last Friday night against Clear Creek Amana. There's a ball in the dirt outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Andy Russ should be cleared Monday and be back to playing, but it really hurts him pitching-wise, and 2 hits in that game already before he got hurt on Friday night. There's a ground ball left side. Shortstop Driscoll over to Squires, over to first. Can't get him at first base as after the force out at second, so runners will remain on first and third now with 2 down in this last of the 3rd inning.
And I'll bring up Tyler Frazier. What we called an error, which could have been a hit. Hit it hard, at least, to Klosterman, and he'll have a chance to put ANAMOSA on the board here with runner at third and first with 2 outs. And Coach Jenks is going to come out and have a discussion with his freshman pitcher. Sure, the situation, particularly when he also has Adam Fulton to have a lot of game time at catcher.
Time was called and Wheeling, the runner on first, took off. I'm not sure what possessed him to do that, but Bennett had the ball. He was off the rubber. I'm not sure what was going on, what he thought. No, maybe he balked, but he called time. That's got to be the only thing I can think of.
Well, actually, I don't think you want to.
Yeah, because Wheeling just started
try to fake the guy out when
he just started
holding the ball and looking at you.
Towards second, that had to be the issue. He thought the umpire called balk when it was time because Coach Jink came out to have a word with Bennett and Funky, the battery here. So 2 down, runners on first and third. Anamosa trying to dent the scoreboard for the first time here tonight as BECKMAN leading this game right now 2-0. Long look in by Bennett. Check the runner. He'll fake the third and fake the first. Move again, and we've seen him a couple times now.
0 for 2 so far on that play.
Yep. There's a ball downstairs. 1-0 the count.
In my experience, I think it's like 1 for 227,000.
Seen one in all the baseball.
All the baseball I've seen. I think I've seen it work used once, and I think
you count Major League on TV too.
Wow, including TV.
It's a lot. 1-0, and there's a bouncing ball to the middle. Squires gets to it left side at second base. He throws it to the shortstop, and the Raiders score their first run of the night. Runners are on first and second. They call that a fielder's choice or infield hit?
I'd call it an infield hit, although it was a strange play.
It was.
You know, we don't want to deprive Frazier of all his hits, but yes, it was some sort of first base with it. It was a routine ground ball, and they didn't.
It could have been close, but still had a chance to run on second if Driscoll was on the bag. He was off the bag because he thought that Squires was going to go to first with it, but that was a strange place where Squires fielded the ball on the shortstop side of second base as the second baseman. So runners on first and second. The count here to Drew Beal, the DH is 1-0. He takes us to the knees, and we're tied. Counts even now 1-1. Drew Beal, 17 at-bats coming in, 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 doubles, 4 RBI, hitting .412.
And of course, Driscoll was going for the ball. That's why he didn't go to the bag.
Up the middle to Driscoll, to Bennett, the pitcher that time. He'll run it halfway over, and a little toss to Welling. And that will do it. The Raiders get on the board, hit the lead in half, 2-1. BECKMAN now. We go to fourth. This is Area Baseball, KMCH Sports.
Whether it's sports or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
Knee, ankle, or muscle pain from training hard? Are you looking for a simple, quick, and safe way to relieve that pain? Long-Term Medical Supply can help with their new non-prescription TENS device. Stop by the Long-Term Medical Supply location in downtown Manchester and relieve your athlete's pain today.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as the great incentives at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new pre-owned vehicle, or come to Tauke Motors, right around on 9th Street in Dyersville.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everything like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. Member FDIC.
Larry at Greenworks Landscaping can create the look you've always wanted with landscaping, trees, and shrubs, retaining walls, paver patios, fire rings, and windbreaks. Larry can deliver bulk mulch. And edgers, call Larry at 563-920-3776. Greenworks Landscaping, from complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Back into Anamosa, the top of the fourth inning. This game rolling right along. long, 40 minutes into it. We're in the top of Beckman with the lead. A strike there to the leadoff man here for the Blazers,
Sam Stilken.
Let's see here. A pinch hitter already, or is there a different number? There's
he wears programs 8.
Ground ball left side and beating it out safe as Snyder with the throw across. And not in time as Stelkin, number 13. Thank you. The center fielder able to beat it out for the infield hit. And Bennett now, the pitcher who had a hit his last time up in the second, stands in. As a ball taken there, 1-0 the count.
Bennett with the double into the left field gap last time.
Throwing over is Temp. Getting back in, standing up is Stelkin. Sam Stelkin, a letter winner a year ago, only a sophomore this year, helped out with that runner-up team to North Polk last year. There's a bunt right back to Temp. He'll turn it over to Von Barron. So the sacrifice there by Bennett, the pitcher. The 1-3 put out for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
And Coach Schenk going small ball. 4th inning, second sacrifice. Both have been successful.
Brings up Colin Squires now. Grounded out. Third, his first time up.
Beckman 2 for 6 so far with runners in scoring position. Has another opportunity here.
Squires leans out of the way. The ball up and in there, 1-0 the count. Colin Squires.
Not sure why the Animals first baseman.
The junior takes the ball up and out. 2-0 the count.
Third baseman's behind the bag. Shortstop and second baseman are both almost on the bag, so a lot of holes in the infield for ANAMOSA there.
Pops up and back behind out here. Just
Squires hit the ball fairly hard to the third baseman, McLean, 8th grader.
Pops this one up left side, left field coming in, shallow left field, making the catch is Trevor Whaling, and we'll put it away. The F7 for out number 2.
And out to the outfield of the game.
That's right. Usually it doesn't take to the 4th inning to get that. We've had a lot of ground balls hit in this game so far. And now a couple of pop-ups, too.
Yep, now up to Funky to get the runner in scoring position.
Key catcher, this one gets high field out in time.
That's wild pitch. Used to catch. It's always going to be a wild pitch.
As in the dirt. Bounce past Frazier as now Stelkin is on third with 2 down. 1-0 the count. There's another one outside. Frazier not high enough for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Hard cut. Swing and a miss there for a strike and 1. The count.
Okay, he grounded out to second his first time out. One of the many ground balls so far in the game. Here's a fly ball again to left center field.
And over the center field, McLean will put it away. The F8 for out number 2. And Beckman strands a runner as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1 Beckman Sports.
Strength on its own can be impressive. When consistency is added, it becomes real. Northwestern Mutual has been able to deliver real financial strength for over 150 years through every economic environment. Contact me, Mitch Payton or Matt Schulte today. Northwestern Mutual, insurance, investments, ideas.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professional service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling and building, and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Get in shape and have fun at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center on East Main in Manchester. All levels, all ages. Begin your road to better health today at 24-Hour Total East Main, Manchester.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Great food and great fun with waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beavers to show you a good time.
Welcome back into Anamosa. Here is a heck of a rolling bunt down the line. Closeman finally picks it up and discuss, and that one stayed fair right down the line inside the chalk, and he couldn't have rolled it any better there. Able to get on the sixth batter for the Raiders here, and it brings up Michael Martinson now.
And a perfectly placed bunt. Closer made a nice play to let it roll, but it stayed fair.
Martinson, the sophomore second baseman, he bunts it in the air. Trouble picking up Ben, and now he's going to fire to first. He'll get this covering, so the 1-4 on the sacrifice bunt out there for one down as Snyder makes his way to second. Brings up Joel Von Barren.
Base number 3, Joel Von Barren.
So both teams going to the bunt here in a close game. Both teams bunted twice, and it's been successful. 3 sacrifices and a base hit.
Nobody covering. Squires was close, but not at the bag. As diving back in safely is Snyder. Von Barren takes the ball in the dirt outside. 1-0 the count.
Both pitchers are out in the strike zone, not striking out a lot, but a lot of balls put in play. Beckman's put 16 balls in play, and Anamosa 12, and we're only in the 4th inning.
Von Barren grounded out his last time to the second. He lines this one up the middle, caught, and a double play right at the bag. Going over to his right is Squires, able to catch it and step on the bag for the double play. That's a tough one as Von Barren, as the runner Snyder in no man's land. That one. We go to 5th, 2-1. Beckman the lead. Back after this from KMC.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete into reality.
Banking is all about relationships at F&M. Relationships take time to build and nurture. They are based on trust, commitment, and loyalty. Relationships don't happen overnight or by chance. They are key to reaching the financial goals of the individual client. Building relationships with our clients and community are essential. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff cares deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
In Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Back into Anamosa, line trip, base hit, right center field. The center fielder McLean getting over there off the bat of Tony Stelkin. He's hustling in a second. No one's covering second base, as he'll be able to stand up, lead off, double.
Single and
it was booted out there. I did not see that. Thank you. So the single and the error by Stelkin, his second hit of the ball game.
Not object or, take away a double.
I was
a ninth hitter, but
I wasn't looking. I didn't see the bubble, and here's a pinch runner now for Stelkin.
Second base number 2, Liam O'Connor.
And Liam O'Connor will come in. O'Connor, senior.
One of the 10 seniors hustles in to pinch run.
And we'll see if Coach Yank wants to bunt here. Beckman only 2 for 8 from scoring position so far. Timp's awfully accurate is 2-4, and he's only thrown 20 balls.
Here's a bunt left side. Going to be picked up in foul territory by Frazier. Bunt off the bat of Eric Bockenstedt.
Time Bockenstedt tried to bunt. First time he put it 2 straight out right on the gravel towards the pitcher's mound. This time he pulled a little bit down the third baseline. It rolled foul. 0-1.
The game by Anamosa on the error by the center fielder after the hit. Leadoff single here. Top of the 5th, 2-1. Beckman with the lead in this tight ball game. Here's a bunt. Timp dives for it and not able to catch it. Keeps it in front of him on the ground. Never able to get a good handle on it. He was still sliding on his knees, not able to get his balance. He checked the runner at third, but had no play anywhere. And again here, runners on first and third, nobody down.
And a base hit. And again, bunts continue to be a success for both teams. Both sacrifice and for hits. Both teams now with 1 hit off the bunt and several sacrifices.
Playing that small ball here tonight.
And both for 2 so far.
Driscoll. Runners on first and third, nobody down. Runners going. Shows bunt, pulls back. Tyler Frazier throws down, cut off at the shortstop, throws it home, and going to be tagged out at third as Frazier showed the ball, then threw it to third as the runner was going second to third. Out at the plate was the courtesy or the pinch runner there, Liam O'Connor.
And so now we still have a runner at third, but now 1 out and nobody on at first. The pitch called a strike. I think it doesn't reflect on the scoreboard.
So 1 down. Bockenstedt, the runner on third. With Driscoll standing in there with it was a ball outside, I believe. There's a ball downstairs. Should be 2-0. Here to Devin Driscoll. Hit 278 a year ago. This one skied to right field, coming on the right fielder. Jones not going to be able to get there in time. Able to play it off the bounce with it, but a RBI, 1-out single by Driscoll scores. Eric Bockenstedt from third.
And it'll look like a line drive in the box score, but that was the definition of a blooper.
Yes, not enough time to get there.
So Beckman with 3 hits in the inning. They have 1 out, 1 run, and a runner on first.
The RBI there by
and Driscoll just hit
that ball is gone
to the parking lot.
Halfway to the street here.
So runs now, 3 games in a row.
Connor Klosterman, the All-State, All-District, All-Conference performer a year ago. His 3rd hit of the night, and it's a run. Holds the lead to 5-1 Blazers here in the top of the 5th inning. No doubt about that one. He got a hold of it up in the air, and it carried.
If Driscoll's was last.
Yes, indeed.
So Welling up now 1 for 2 in the game. Singled his last time up.
Welling grounded out his first time up and takes the ball there, 1-0 the count.
And Tim not pitching that bad. He deserves better. He had the bunt that he couldn't on the right. Then he threw too good of a pitch to Connor Klosterman.
Ball rolling inside, 1-0 the count.
2-0.
2-0, thank you. Was blasted. That's in the center field as McClain comes up with it, fires it back in, but not before a 1-out single by Logan Welling.
In the shortstop, made a good leap at it. Almost had it, but it was by him as he came down, and Tim put his hands on his knees now saying, wow, what happened.
Norris will have a word with the senior pitcher as he gives him the ball. And he was hoping to get 5 innings. Just about got that out of Gavin Tempa here. But going to go to the bullpen substitution. We'll tell you more about the new Anamosa pitcher. When we come back, Beckman leads 5-1 with 1 down here in top of the 5th inning. We're back after this from KMC.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Check them out on their web at .com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drinks on 195th Street.
Northeast Iowa Telephone Service in Manchester has everything you need to stay connected. Northeast Iowa Telephone has a staff of professionals available to help you get connected, from the installation of your new entertainment system to cable and data wiring in your home or business. Northeast Iowa Telephone Service is your sight, sound, and electronics connection on South Franklin Street in downtown Manchester.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404. For more information, your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber, big town quality with small town service. Delhi Lumber, your authorized overhead Midland door dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
Back into Anamosa area baseball here tonight from KMC Sports. Beckman leading Anamosa, number 2 ranked Blazers in Class 2A, leading the Blue Raiders 5-1 here at the top of the 5th inning. A ball outside there, 1-0 the count to Sam Stelkin, who comes in with a runner to the dish with a runner on first in the form of Creighton Kelker, the pinch runner, I should say, for Logan Welling. There's a strike call, or even 1-1. As we'll go over the totals when you have them here on Gavin Temp, the senior who lasted almost 5 innings. The new pitcher is the 8th grader, Zach McLean, was the 3rd baseman. As this one is lifted in the air right side, the right fielder Jones coming on. He'll put it away for out number 2 on the F9.
Pitcher 15, Jackson Bennett.
And the catcher is number 5, Cole Sander now. Tyler Frazier, the senior, comes out of the catching box and will go to 3rd. Take the place of the 8th grader McLean, who's on the mound now. This one is rocketed down the left field side. If it's fair, it's gone, and that's going to be gone. That clears the outfield fence on the fly in a hurry, and another home run, the second 2-run shot of this inning for the Blazers, and they increase their lead to 6 now, 7-1. Jackson Bennett with a home run there for Beckman. For Bennett, his first home run, the only other Blazer to hit a home run besides Connor Klosterman now on the season. It's happened the last 2 nights. 4 home runs total now by the Blazers. 2 last night by Klosterman, 1 tonight by him, and now 1 by Jackson Bennett. He got a hold of that one as Kelker scored easily on the blast.
And Squire's up now, 0 for 2 on the evening, but nice night for a freshman. Head 7-1 in a 5th inning game after hitting a home run.
Yeah, not too shabby. There's a bouncing ball left side coming on, trying to field it on the run as Snyder has to go under his glove. He didn't get it down far enough. And the E6 there, Colin Squires will reach. Another error this inning.
Second one on the center fielder on the bobble, and then this one, and that was a tough play too. He was trying to get a slow bouncer, and he made it all or nothing play, and it turned out to be nothing. It brings up Adam Funky, who's 0 for 2. Flew up center fielder last time up.
He grounded his first time out. Back in the second to Martinson. Takes the ball there, 1-0 the count for Zach McLean, the freshman, one of the talented younger athletes here in the system for Anamosa. 1 appearance, 1 inning pitch so far. He's given up 3 runs, 3 walks, and has struck out 1 before tonight's appearance. As the second pitch is a ball 2 here to Adam Funky, the catcher. One of the 10 seniors on the team for the Blazers, takes ball 3, 3-0 the count.
And if Funky reaches, Beckman will bat it around this inning.
Funky takes a strike. Wow. He thought it wasn't very good, but on that inside corner, Funky for strike number 1, 3-1 the count. Here to Funky with 2 down. Top of the 5th, 7-1. Blazers with the lead. There's the ball. Misses inside off the plate. Ball 4 as he hustles down to first this time, the catcher. As Squires goes to second, courtesy runner here.
Liam O'Connor.
O'Connor did the pinch runner running duties earlier in the game. Now comes in as a courtesy runner.
Right field, 23. Running still good.
That runner's on first and second after the walk.
Selkin led off the inning with a single and was thrown out at the plate. Second at bat here for him.
So the 10th batter this inning for the Blazers with 2 down. Runners on first and second, 7-1. 5 runs in for Beckman to increase their lead. There's a ball outside in the dirt for ball 1, 1-0 the count.
And, of course, you look at schedules. We talked about it earlier. Beckman would like to score 4 more, not just to beat them worse, but to avoid some pitching here. If they could hold on to a 10-run win, they'd have to get 4 more. They've scored 5 this inning.
And if it gets out of hand, not the worst thing for Anamosa, too, as we talked about their pitching concerns, as they still have 2 more games in a tournament tomorrow at Tipton. Here's a bouncing ball. Snyder will take it himself after a little hesitation as he stepped on second to force out the runner. O'Connor is there. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, 7-1 in favor of Beckman. Back after this. KMCH Sports.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply Free Checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Zach McLean, the 8th year, leads off near the bottom of the 5th. Puts a charge into that one, but it'll be caught in right center field by Stelkin as he made his way over to his right. So the F9 fly out to the right fielder for out number 1 as brings up the top of the order, Gavin Kemp.
Now in center field. Bennett only up to 40 pitches here in the bottom of the 5th. Might pitch both games. if you went by pitch count.
Up to what is he?
41 pitches.
41.
As we go into the fifth.
Bennett doing it the offensive side of things, too, for the Blazers. She had that 2-run home run to extend the lead to 7-1 now. Also had a hit earlier in the game in the second. So the freshman really producing here for Coach Jink and company. The 0-2 to Tip. Chops this one foul right side. Coach Fred Martin at the end of the dugout over there will field that one.
And Kemp really deserved a better fate through 4+ innings, faced 22 batters, 6 runs, all were earned. 10 hits, most of them in that last inning.
There's a ball
comes in.
Missing.
And he struck out 1. He only walked 1 through 66 pitches. Only 23 of them were balls. 21 of the 66 pitches were put into play.
There's a line drive, base hit, bouncing into center field. As second hit of the game by Gavin Temp as he hit that one into center. A 1-out single brings up Jay McLean now.
And McLean 0 for 2, grounded out and popped up. Only 8 swinging strikes Kemp was able to induce Beckman to do, but a lot of their balls in play were, until that last inning, weren't hit that hard.
Swing and a foul ball off the right shoulder of the catcher, Funky. He gets the backstop. Coach Jink Jr. chases that one down. Helps out the on-deck batter, so he didn't have to go all the way across the back of the out-of-play fence area. As Bennett gets back on and ready. Temp a good lead over at first. 0-1 on the way. It's in the dirt. Ball 1. We're even now. 1 ball and 1 strike to the sophomore, Jay McLean. McLean is one of the 8 sophomores on the roster for Anamosa, trying to turn things around. Tough go the last few years. And even before that, you could go back to 2008. The Blue Raiders, there's a ball taken 2-1 the count. Blue Raiders have not had in a double-digit win season since 2007. Last 25-win campaign, the most wins in recent history, 25 in 2005. There is a strike, evens the count 2-2. Now here to McLean. The 2-2 on the way. Chop foul left side. As you look at the record for Anamosa from 2008 to 2014 in baseball, 39 and 219. You compare that to Beckman, who has had great success, 2A titles back-to-back in 12 and 13, a runner-up in 14, a runner-up in 09. This ball's fouled out of play, and it's Beckman has 214 wins and 77 losses. So just an incredible difference there, and just trying to get this program in the right direction has been the task. Coach Norris here in his 4th season here at Anamosa, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. McLean goes down for the second out of the inning.
Only the second strikeout for Bennett. First one was the first batter of the game, Tim.
22, Trevor Wheeler.
And you know, enthusiasm for the program will increase as Anamosa's ability increases.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, to keep kids out, to want them to be here and be a part of something, to build it. But other interests come up, other sports come up. Foul out of play right side in front of the Beckman first base dugout by Trevor Wheeling, 0-1 the count. Other opportunities arise, and baseball just hasn't been a priority here, and Coach Norris and company are trying to change that, and the younger faithful here of the Raiders trying to change that as well. As 0-1 is outside and low for ball 1, 1-1 the count.
And a summer sport, you're not in school. There's a lot of activities in the summer that
a lot of distractions
are way more interesting than losing 25 games in a summer.
It's tough when you're not winning, not competing, but they have competed better the last couple years, as there's a ball upstairs 2-1 the count.
And Anamosa has a good feeder system. They have a nice little league program. They have nice diamonds. They host tournaments. You know, they do things the right way. It's just a matter of keeping them out.
Exactly. And there is a ball off the plate for ball 3-1 the count. Blue Raiders were 8-28 a year ago, 6-33 and 13. In 2012, they were 2-34. As there's a ball upstairs, shoulder high. Wheeling takes a 2-out walk. Temp moves to second. Wheeling takes his place on first after the base on balls. Only the second one allowed by Jackson Bennett here in the ball game. Comes to the bottom of the fifth with 2 down. That brings up Tyler Frazier now, the third baseman. One of the 5 seniors on the roster. He reached on an error and a hit in his first 2 times up.
And the walk, of course, scored when McLean led off the third inning with a walk.
1-0. Here to Frazier. Bennett checks his runners. There's a ground ball left side. It's going to be deep in the hole. Shortstop Driscoll can't get to it. Rounding hesitation now. He's stuck in no man's land. Going to try to beat back to the bag, and he does Temp. As he was halfway through, as when Klosterman got the ball wisely held up because he knew it was going to be done down at home. So the base hit by Frazier with 2 down loads the bases here for the Blue Raiders.
And really, a fairly heads-up base running play. If you're down 7-1, you certainly don't want to make a third out at home plate.
I think Temp was trying to do too much there, being too aggressive, and then realized, yep, I better not chance this. And it wasn't going to be pretty unless an errant throw. Klosterman was right even with the bag, too, when he got the ball, though, so that wasn't likely. Ball fouled out of play by Drew Beal standing in. The number 5 hitter, the DH, has grounded out twice his last 2 times up. First time at a double play. Takes the ball outside there. We're even 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I'm sure Tim's frustrated by his last inning on the mound, but he held that check. And now here's a ground ball deep in the hole. Hold a second, throws it away.
1 run. There's another one coming in. Frazier will go to third. He's making the turn, but he will stay put at third. So now it's 7-3 as the Raiders put a little pressure on the Beckman defense there, and they commit their second error of the game, a throwing error by Driscoll.
So Bennett now with runners at first and third and 2 outs, and Snyder's up. Snyder with 2 hits on the night. Been stranded at third and second.
So Temp and Wheeling able to score, and a strike taken by Dirk Snyder.
And, of course, from Jenk's standpoint, you're looking at trying to get to a 10-run lead, and now you may be looking at using a second pitcher. So things change.
There's a strike taken by Snyder. Strike 2. 0-2 the count, 2 down here in the last of the 5th inning. 7-3 in favor of Beckman, the number 2 team in Class 2A. In the early season rankings, this one's chopped right off the plate. It's going to bounce and roll foul when touched by Bennett. And back to the plate will go Dirk Snyder for an 0-2 count. The Blue Raiders have had 2 hits in this inning, a Blazer error, a free pass with a walk.
That scored again. 2 walks, 2 runs.
Yeah. And that percentage is what, near 75% or so. A walk turns into a run, especially a leadoff walk. And we saw that in the third, as you talked about. There's a ball inside off the plate. Runner goes halfway. This is Beal just toying with the Blazers. Okay, now Bennett's going to throw. Beal's chance of getting tagged out. He slides in safely to first, and Tyler Frazier comes in to score. So Beal's ploy worked. Coach Jake Jr. not happy at all. Storms out of the dugout, throws his hat, and not happy at all with the execution there by his Blazers. The Raiders score a run.
That would be a botched execution.
Yes. As Beal, I thought he was getting too close to Squires and not taking too much time getting back, but then he was able to get back, and Squires not able to tag him out, and then he had no chance at the runner, Frazier, who scored easily.
Well, Squires thought he could run him down, and he couldn't.
That's when you don't even take a chance. And there's a ball outside. 1-2 the count, 7-4. Raiders have climbed back into it with 3 runs here in the 5th inning, trail by 3.
We had a quick, efficient game going, and we've turned into a little bit of a slowdown here in the fifth with scores and errors and walks and a lot of hits.
Ball inside there as Snyder gets out of the way of that one. We're full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We were rolling along nicely. As this one is grounded right back to Bennett. He'll run it halfway over and he'll flip to Welling at first. For the 1-3 put out. The Raiders do score 3. They're down by 3 now. 7-4. Into the 6th we go. Area baseball. KMC Sports.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family.
People come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Welcome back in. Anamosa, top of the 6th inning. 7-4. Beckman leading Anamosa. The SWAMAC Conference East Division doubleheader. As for the Blazers, top of the order, Eric Beckenstedt will lead it off. He had a hit and scored his last time up in that 5-run 5th inning. Here's a ball hit left side. Slow roller. Snyder in time to retire. Beckenstedt for the 6-3 put out ground out to the shortstop here to start the 6th inning, and it brings up Devin Driscoll now.
22, Devin Driscoll.
Coach Tom Jink Jr. had a discussion with his team, not happy with the defensive effort there, giving up those 3 runs, now wanting his team to get them back here as they only lead by 3 now. As in his 41st season, head coach Tom Jink Jr. As there's a strike at the outside corner at the knees, and has as much fire and spirit as ever, as showing it there that last half inning. There's a ball that gets by the catcher, Sander, for ball 1-1 the count.
And, of course, from Anamosa's perspective, you have to be pleased that every time Beckman scored, they've come back in the bottom of the inning and tried to respond.
There's a ball helmet high upstairs for ball 2-1 the count. We talked about the great success for Beckman, contrary to what Anamosa has gone through. Beckman's had 30 or more win campaigns 11 times. Their best, most wins in school history, 38. That came in 2012. Their first of 2 back-to-back state titles, 5 total state titles in Beckman baseball program history. And there is ball 4 outside. And Devin Driscoll will get the 1-out walk and bring up Connor Klosterman.
And, of course, last year they settled on 29 in second place, but it still may have been one of Coach Jenk's best coaching jobs. He had a team that won a lot of close games, and they stayed in games by playing good defense and getting timely pitching from Zach Lyon and Connor Klosterman, and ended up facing North Polk for the 3rd time and lost 2-0 on a very good pitching performance by the North Polk star.
Klosterman standing in.
3 for 3, home run, 2 singles, 2 RBI.
Not too bad. It's another night for him. The All-Stater, All-Conference, All-District player from a year ago. McLean ready for the pitch. It is a strike. Enter half, belt high. 0-1 the count with 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. 7-4 in favor of the Blazers.
Oh, to be a freshman or an 8th grader, not really know what danger you're in here by seeing a guy who's played since 9th grade for Beckman.
Ball in the dirt. 1-1. Yeah, the experiences that Clostrom has been through and the baseball that he's played and been around. There's a ball and the players he's been around. Part of 2 state title teams in 12 and 13, and the runner-up squad a year ago in 2014. 38-7 in 2012, 36-6 in 2013. This ball's popped up and out of play, right side. 1-2 the count now with 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Coach Jink Jr. talked about 1,013 wins, 465 losses coming in here. He started back in 1975. Number 4 all-time on the win list in the state of Iowa for varsity baseball coaches. This one is hit deep to left field off the bat of Clostrom. Going back, the center fielder, Tampa left fielder Willing will haul it in up to 7-8 feet before the warning tracks. That one was died down by the wind that time, so the long F7 for out number 2.
Has him popping up. Freshman comes in, no fear. Has him popping up at about 345 on a 354 foot field.
As Welling standing in now with 2 down. Runner on first. McLean with the pitch. It's helmet high. The throw down by Sander. A low throw get by Martinson. Back up by the shortstop Snyder. Able to knock it down as he lost his balance in the outfield grass. So he's a stolen base for Driscoll. As Welling stands back in, he's got a couple of hits. 2 RBIs in the 3rd. He scored his last time in the 5th. Smokes this one in the gap between 3rd and short into left field, and Coach Jink Jr. will put the stop sign up at the last second. And the runner will be held up there.
Beckman now 6 for 15 with runners in scoring position, but 3 of those 6, the runners didn't score. But now Stelkin with a chance with runners at the corners and 2 outs. He's 1 for 3.
Stelkin flew out his last time up, got an infield hit back in the 4th. Stands in here with runners on 1st and 3rd, 2 down, swings through this one, pulls the head, and a strike there on 1 to count.
A whiplash swing there. He was looking before he hit it.
This ball is a strike. Waist tie outside corner. Strike 2, 0-2 the count.
I would suspect the runner will go here, trying to protect Stelkin a little bit from
runner went. Here's a chopper, going to be a foul ball. Runners on 1st and 3rd. They'll retreat back, and we're ready for the 0-2.
Nice job of McLean that time, just ignoring the runner at first. He's 0-2 with the batter.
Stelkin, center fielder, ready for the 0-2. It's on the way, swung at, missed downstairs, and strike 3, and the Raiders get out of it. Go to the bottom of the 6th, still 7-4. Beckman, the 3-run lead. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Points.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and Nubiana. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
On the new studio producer, Trevor Hunt, back in Manchester tonight. John Swisher, Dan McClain back with you from Anamosa area baseball tonight. We'll have one more after this one. We're at the bottom of the sixth of game one. Guamac East Division doubleheader here tonight from Anamosa, 7-4. The final time these two teams will meet on this diamond here in Anamosa. Across the street from Dowling Field and Kim Faring Track as they're moving the baseball, softball fields to the new site out off of 151 Old Dubuque Road behind the new middle school. There's a swing and a miss for the Blue Raider batter, Michael Martinson, the sophomore. Second baseman leads things off here. Has the count 2-2. Bouncing ball left side. Closeman comes all the way in front of the shortstop to field that ball, and he couldn't get him up with it cleanly as it goes off the front of his glove. And Martins will be safe on first on the E5. Second one of those of the night for Klosterman, and the third total in the game for the Blazers.
And even after 41 years, I don't think Coach Jink is probably too happy with the defense in the first game here.
There's the ball outside. And he knows there's going to be some growing pains here, but he doesn't mean he has to like it and accept it. And, of course, he wants it to change. But Beckman not at full staff here on the whole team. There's a ball that gets by the catcher. There for the wild pitch as Martinson goes to second. Von Barron standing back in there with a 2-0 count and still missing two Beckman players who will help out with this team. Jacob Grover, a junior, and Carter Buchholder, a senior. Two soccer players are playing the state championship game in Class 1A tomorrow as Beckman defeated Glenberg Rhinebeck earlier today by the score of 2-0. They'll play Gilbert in the Class 1A title contest tomorrow at noon in Des Moines. There's ball three missing to Von Barron. Here in the bottom of the sixth, 7-4. Beckman with the lead. There's a strike of the outside corner, tie high. And it's 3-1 to count here to Joel Von Barron.
And Bennett only a freshman, up to about 75 pitches now.
Swings and misses at that one. Off-balance swing there for Von Barron. The count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bennett ready for the 3-2. Look back at the runner. Martinson now the pitch. It's a ground ball right to the pitcher. Bennett, he fires over to Welling at first. And Von Barron gets his job done as Martinson will advance to third with 1 down, brings up Zach McClain.
Probably had a shot at the runner going to third, but I don't know if you want to take that risk. You're up 3 runs, take the out.
Yes.
The 1 runner won't hurt you. Put 2 runners on and tying runs at bat.
Because he knows the talking to he'd get. Also, if he didn't get that runner at third.
Right.
With that 3-run lead, you're exactly right. Take the out. And here is a ball, 1-0 the count to Zach McClain. He puts a charge in this one. Will be a one-hopper to the right fielder, Stelkin, as the Raiders will score their 5th run of the game. Base hit to right field off the bat of Zach McClain, the 8th grader. He helps himself out. The pitcher now for Anamosa as McClain puts the Raiders within 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
And brings up the top of the order, more importantly. Now is the tie and run. Beckman started with a 7-1 lead, and here's the steal.
And they throw out to the first base side of second, I should say. Knocked down by Driscoll, but no chance to get McClain running for himself out there, stealing a base.
Well, and the first baseman hadn't held him on until real late.
There's a ball up and out for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Gavin Timp.
Timp 2 for 3 on the game. Singles his last 2 times up. And Coach Jenk will take the walk to the mound to discuss what's going on here.
Zach McClain, his 4th RBI of the season with that hit. He's got 4 hits now, 3 runs scored. Walked twice, struck out 5 times, hitting .231 coming in here tonight. The 8th grader, Zach McLean, for ANAMOSA, the only 8th grader on the roster. No freshman. The 17-man squad with 8 sophomores, 5 seniors, and 3 juniors. 1-1 the count now. Here to Gavin Timp as they correct the count.
Action behind the BECKMAN dugout. Looks like Eric Bakken said warming up. He threw a little bit last time. Don't know who he's playing catch with, so he may just be warming up the pitcher.
There's a strike. 1-2 the count now to Tim. Tim, the lefty, ready. 1-2. Goes down and gets it, chops the right side. Going to be a foul ball and just touched by Welling. It bounds back in fair territory. But the foul ball, and the count remains 1-2 with McLean, the runner, on second base.
Shank and Martin on the opposite side of the dugouts. I don't think they want to fire the flame up. They'll sit and stew on their own.
There is a ground ball, right side. Squires has it, checks the runner, fires to first as McLean was on his way to third, so the ground out there gets the job done. Does Temp, but there are 2 down now. And the ground out to the second baseman and brings up Jay McLean. It was 0 for 3. He just grounded out, popped out, and struck out swinging.
Opportunity to pull within 1 here with 2 outs. First pitch, a breaking ball. It'll be a wild pitch, and ANAMOSA is now pulled within 1.
7-6. McLean scores the 6th run of the game for the Raiders, the 2nd in this inning. And just like that, ANAMOSA back within a run as 1-0 the count here to Jay McLean. So good on base, put pressure on this team, and you never know what can happen as here's McLean putting the ball in play. Left side, Driscoll up and over the ground out for out number 3. But the Raiders do get to 2 runs back, and they trail now by 1. 7-6. We go to the 7th. Area baseball, KMC Sports.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
Does your athlete have knee, ankle, or muscle pain from training hard? Are you looking for a simple, quick, and safe way to relieve that pain? Long-Term Medical Supply can help with their new non-prescription TENS device. Stop by the Long-Term Medical Supply location in downtown Manchester and relieve your athlete's pain today.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everyday time savers, like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back into ANAMOSA, top of the 7th. Jackson Bennett hits this one in the hole at short. A throw and a stretch and got the out call first base. Von Barron is able to get back there. Parker's throw was a right field at first base. Pulled him off the bag, but Von Barron with the long stretch able to get that right foot back on and got the put out of Bennett, the 6-3 round out for round number 1. It brings up Colin Squires now. 6, 7, 8. Bennett, Squires, and Funky do up, but now we have a pinch hitter for Squires. It'll be number 12 here for the Blazers. That's Luke Funky, the 6'1 sophomore. Backup catcher and a pitcher for Coach Jake Jr. and company as Funky stands in.
Falls off the first one. Bennett's jumped up from he had 39 pitches after 4 innings. Now he's at 86 after 6. So a little more pitches in the second 3 innings of the game. Although he's only walked 2.
Blue Raiders cut the lead to 1 now for Beckman. 7-6, 0-1 count to Funky with 1 down here in the top of the 7th. There's a ball outside.
Beckman had built a 6-run lead, now down to 1 as we're in the 7th. And I don't think either team would want to go extra innings.
No, the pitching concerns for both teams. They want to get on to that second game, but of course both of them want to win. This first one here is Anamosa so close now. They want to, what a win it would be on the resume early on in the season, a confidence booster for this younger team. Now swinging a miss there for strike 2. We're even out 2 balls and 2 strikes for Beckman after getting that 6-run lead. You talked about what a disappointing effort it would be for not getting the victory.
Well, Beckman's done that a couple times. They were ahead of Hempstead 5-0 as Funky strikes out, and that'll bring up Adam Funky. But Hempstead scored 8 runs after Beckman had built a 5-0 lead. North Scott and Beckman were 0-0 in the 6th until North Scott escaped with a 4-2 win, and that was because of some fielding miscues. In the West Dubuque game, they lost 2-1 after leaving 10 guys on base and only getting 1 hit, ball 1 to Funky. So they've been in every game. They just haven't finished very well.
There's another ball, 2-0 the count here to Adam Funky with 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
McDermott trying to have a funky inning there.
Nice. Who's McDermott? McLean?
Or McLean, yeah. How would I forget that name?
Yeah, you should know that one.
Yeah.
There's a ball 3 outside, no relation, though. We haven't checked the family tree.
8th grader throws a little better.
Might want to check the family tree.
Yeah.
There is a strike in the inside corner to these. 3-1 the count.
Well, the X are certainly throwing well.
2 down.
Came in a tough situation. Calmly did really well. Allowed the homer to Bennett, but other than that, has been fine.
There's a chopper left side. Shortstop Snyder up and over, and they get his man. The Raiders go to the bottom of the 7th, down by 1. As can they come back and tie it up or win it in the 7th? We'll find out.
4 and 5 coming up.
Right, lead of the order coming up, and we'll find out next. Area Baseball from KFC Sports.
Larry at Greenworks Landscaping can create the look you've always wanted with landscaping, trees, and shrubs, retaining walls, paver patios, fire rings, and windbreaks. Larry can deliver bulk mulch. And edgers, call Larry at 563-920-3776. Greenworks Landscaping, from complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Strength on its own can be impressive. When consistency is added, that's when it becomes real. Northwestern Mutual has been able to deliver real financial strength for over 150 years through every economic environment. Contact me, Mitch Payton or Matt Schulte today. Northwestern Mutual, insurance, investments, ideas.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Get in shape and have fun at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center on East Main in Manchester. All levels, all ages. Begin your road to better health today at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center, East Main, Manchester.
On the bench studio, producer Trevor Hunt back in Manchester. John and Dan back with you from Anamosa. Inside the press box on the third base side. On the third base Blue Raiders dugout here for this one. As what we thought might be a game that got out of hand once the Blazers went up 7-1 with 5 runs in the 5th inning. Raiders stormed back. They climbed to within 1 now, and it's 7-6. Bottom of the 7th inning here in this one. Beckman, the number 2 team in Class 2A, leading Anamosa in this WAMAC Conference East Division doubleheader. New pitcher on, the junior Devin Driscoll. One start, one appearance so far. 5 innings pitched. He's going to have 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, a 2.80 ERA. He's walked 3 and struck out 6 so far in this young season. And 3, 4, 5 slated here for the Blue Raiders, who this offense has had 8 hits against the Blazers. The Blazers in their first 8 games only gave up 5 hits in all those games and still had 4 losses. Talked to Coach Martin about that before the game. It's just one of those things that you talked about it, some things that happen, some mistakes here and there. We've seen it in this game so far as well, but 8 hits, the most against Beckman so far to date in this season.
And Eric Backensed's come in from his DH spot to play shortstop. Bennett's moved into left field as Driscoll has a 1-1 count here.
A couple defensive changes there as Driscoll, the junior, the right-hander, fires a strike after a ball and a strike, and strike 2 there for a 1-2 count to Trevor Wheeling, who's walked. He scored his last time up, reached on a fielder's choice, and grounded out back in the first. Here's the ball caught awkwardly. It was outside as Funky was a little mixed up, it looked like.
Bennett ended up with 86 pitches, only 31 balls, was victimized by 4 unearned runs.
2-2 on the way from Driscoll, and it hits Wheeling in the numbers. Hits him right in the back in the middle of the 2-2, and Wheeling will go to first base on the hit batter, and it brings up Tyler Frazier.
I'm not sure if Coach Jink wants to get any more interesting than we've already gotten here in the last couple innings. Tie and run now at first.
He is not happy. As leaning up against the fence, he's walked around.
We'll see if Anamosa bunts here with their cleanup hitter to get the showing position.
Showing bunt, and the throw over as Wheeling dives back in safely. Tyler Frazier squared around. We'll see if he decides to stay with it.
Well, and they had tried the fake bunt before where they squared around and then pulled back and swung at it. Ended up in a pop-up. And it looks like he's took that, and the runner will get to second anyway.
Bounces in the dirt, gets by the catcher Funky all the way in front of the Raider dugout, and Wheeling will go to second on the wild pitch.
So another runner in scoring position for Anamosa. They're 4 for 12 in the game. Now, if the bunt was in order there, it's certainly in order here, 1-0.
Frazier ready for the pitch. 1-0 is a strike at the outside corner. Thigh high, and we're even 1-1. The senior, good football player, a high caliber wrestler in the wintertime as well for Anamosa.
Reached all 3 times, 2 for 3 in the game.
Showing bunt now again, and step off throwing to second, and he's able to get back in there safely. Wheeling. Beckman players trying to convince the base umpire to give him the call there, but Wheeling able to get the hand in before the tag came on higher on the arm.
Good awareness there by the runner Wheeling. Backenstead still right behind him, and they swing and miss. And it was a good swing and miss. The shortstop's at second base. The second baseman's over on first. First baseman and third baseman are way in. The infield was wide open, counting out 1 and 2.
Downstairs, Frazier couldn't catch up to it. So the 1-2 pitch on the way here from Driscoll with nobody out. The bottom of the 7th is outside for ball 2. We're even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The tying run on second base as the winning run is at the plate here in the form of Frazier. Only 1 home run. It comes off the bat of Gavin Tempe. He had his first home run of his career last night. This one's popped up right side. Welling was calling off. Now he makes the catch as Squires came over. And not sure if there was communication at all because Welling looked like he called it. Then he laid back. Squires came over. Then Welling took it, and Squires was right there going to bump them.
Squires would have needed a step ladder to get to that ball. Welling a little bigger, and he had his first base glove high, and Squires running into him made no difference.
Here's Beal now with 1 down. Runner on second. Takes a ball in the dirt. Bounces in front of the plate. Good stop by Funky. Keeps it in front of him.
Funky's done a great job here this inning on 2 or 3 pitches that have been in the dirt.
1-0. Driscoll, the look in. Gets his sign. No check of the runner, and the 1-0 is a ball. Misses outside. 2-0 the count.
Dirk Snyder due up next. He's been 2 for 3 in the game, and Martinson due up after that's 1 for 2, and he scored a run.
The 2-0. Check of the runner. On the way. There's a strike. Off-speed pitch, full deal there. Enter half. Waist high. He was probably going to be taken for a strike anyhow. Unless it was a real good pitch, and he didn't like that one. 2-1. On the way. Plays off of that one, but that was on the outside corner. Thigh high, and now it's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Driscoll has battled back here to even the count. The number 5 hitter, Drew Beal.
2 big breaking balls.
2-2. Fastball in the dirt. He swings at it. Beal is going to be running, and the drop third called there on the 2-3 put out. Coach Norris telling his runner could have got the third on that possibly if he had a good secondary lead, but Wheeling stays put at second.
Number 2.
So the tying run still on at second base with 2 down now. Raiders down to their last hope with Dirk Snyder standing in, as Dan talked about, 2 for 3 with 2 hits in the second and fourth innings.
Another breaking pitch from Driscoll over for a first pitch strike.
0-1 to Dirk Snyder, the junior, starting shortstop for the Blue Raiders. Ball inside off the plate. Now we're even now 1-1 the count with 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Beckman clinging to the one-run lead, 7-6 after leading 7-1 in the 5th inning. Raiders scored 3 in the 5th, 2 more in the 6th. At the tying run on second here in the bottom of the 7th, there's a pitch outside for ball 2. It's 2-1 the count.
And Driscoll relying a lot on breaking pitches here. Fastball's been in the dirt a couple times.
Driscoll. The look and now the throw. It's in the dirt. Swung on and missed by Snyder. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looking for a fastball. Saw it coming but couldn't hold up one. It was decisively low.
Snyder, 8 hits on the season. 4-12 coming in tonight. There's a pitch outside. Just misses outside. And up a tad, and it's full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Kind of odd. The Beckman fans are behind the plate, and all the Anamosa fans are sitting down the left field line.
That's the way they do it. Anamosa fans like those bleachers down the line. This one is swatted at and driven out of play as it came up and in. Handcuffed. Snyder's able to fight it off. It's been that way for years here in Anamosa, as the fans prefer the bleachers down the third base line. To my comfort, that'd be too far away from the action, but they like it. And there's a chopper, going to be a foul ball left of the dish.
So nice at bat here for Snyder, battling with Driscoll. Driscoll throwing strikes, and Snyder able to battle a couple 3-2 pitches off into foul territory, give him another chance to hit here with the tying run at second.
Another 3-2 coming here, 2 down. 7-6. Anamosa trails by a run here in the bottom of the 7th. Driscoll, check of the runner, long check of the runner. Another 3-2 is swatted at up the middle. Squires will get it, gobbles it up and fires the first, and Beckman gets the win. 4-3 put out for round number 3, and the Blue Raiders, so close from upsetting Beckman, but Beckman able to hold on for the 7-6 win. We will take a short break, come back, get you the numbers on this one, and then get you on the way, as we'll send it back to the studio for music, and then get ready for game number 2 here from Anamosa. We'll be back, though, shortly to wrap up game 1, 7-6. Beckman gets the 1-run victory. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. If your auto body works, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beavers Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beavers to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
In sports, as well as banking, numbers mean everything. Making sure you have experienced athletes and bench strength are a critical combination for a winning team. The same goes for our F&M team. With an average longevity of 15 years and 28 members strong, F&M is consistently showing strength in numbers. F&M Bank, the right choice, member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff cares deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Check them out on their web at bobstephenmotors.com.
In Anamosa, one final time, wrapping up game number one. We'll get you back to Trevor Hunt in the studios at KMCH. He'll get you a weather, news update. He'll be back into some music before we take it back in about 20, 25 minutes from now. But first, we put the wraps on game number one, where BECKMAN improved their record to 5-4 on the season. They're now 4-2 on the road, 5-2 overall on the WAMAC, and 2-1 on the east side of the WAMAC Conference as Anamosa falls to 2-5, 1-2 in home games, 2-5 overall in the WAMAC, and 0-3 now in the east side of the WAMAC Conference. The final numbers here for game number one for the Blue Raiders of Anamosa: 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 5 runners on base. Struck out 2 swinging times against Bennett and Driscoll, the BECKMAN pitchers. 2 walks and a 1-hit batter taken. For BECKMAN, 7 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors, 7 runners left. 2 swinging strikeouts against Temp and McLean, and 2 batters walked in a game that lasted 1 hour and 48 minutes. It wasn't the prettiest, but BECKMAN, after that 7-1 lead, you got to give credit to Anamosa. Boy, did this team battle back and give BECKMAN everything they could handle. Had the tying run on second in the bottom of the 7th, but the experienced BECKMAN team found a way to not let this one slip out of their hands here in game one.
Both teams took advantage of runners in scoring position. The first 3 innings, when the score was only 2-1 in BECKMAN's favor, the teams were a combined 3 for 14 with runners in scoring position. By the time the game ended, BECKMAN was 6 for 16 and Anamosa was 4 for 15, and that led to the Anamosa comeback. You have to like the relief pitching of Zach McLean. Came in way behind, 8th grader, and didn't realize the situation he was in probably, and pitched well and kept Anamosa close, gave him a chance to win at the end. The freshman for BECKMAN, Bennett, did an awfully nice job early, wore out a little bit as the game progressed, but Jackson Bennett pitched 6 innings, faced 29 batters, allowed 4 unearned runs, 2 earned runs, spread out 8 hits, struck out 2, walked 2, only threw 86 pitches, and only 31 of those for balls. 23 of the 86 pitches were put into play. More importantly, he'd get ahead on the batters. He threw 19 of 29 first pitch strikes, and that led to a second win in the WAMAC as a freshman. He beat Western Dubuque earlier, and now he has a win over Anamosa, so a good start for a freshman for Beckman.
And Bennett did it from the plate as well. He was one of two Blazers to hit home runs in that fifth inning. Klosterman and Bennett hit two two-run homers. The reason for that 5-run fifth inning, the big inning there for the Blazers, that made the lead at the time 7-1. They hung on for the win here tonight, 7-6 in Game 1. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 20, 25 minutes or so. Get you ready for Game number 2 as Beckman and Anamosa. More area baseball to come. We'll send it back to the station in Manchester now. This is Area Baseball from KMCH Sports.
You are listening to